Yo, in today's video, we are going to be comparing the Razer Viper Mini with the Razer Viper V2 Pro. So let's get right into it. With the weight is basically the same with both mice. The Razer Viper Mini coming in at 58.7 grams, the Razer Viper V2 Pro coming in at 58.5 grams. And actually, it's surprising because this is the wider, bigger mouse, and it's still lighter. I don't know how they did it. It feels like it's weightless, literally in my hand. But this is zero point 0.2 grams lighter than the Razer Viper Mini. You really don't feel the difference, especially when you pick it up. You know, even though this is wired, if you have a mouse bungee like you see, I think you can see it in the camera right here, it basically feels the same. There's no difference. So with the build quality of the mice, this Razer Viper Mini has more of a glossy plastic feeling. It still fits in your hand. You see I have grip tape on both of the mice, but I use grip tape or no grip tape on both of the mice for a very long time. This I've had for almost a year, or no, I'm pretty sure over a year now. And for over a year, the whole time I used it as my main, I did not use grip tape on it. But the only problem with this mouse, since it does have a more, it's not glossy, but it's just really smooth. How I grip my mouse, I curl my fingers in like this, and since it's kind of a slippery, glossy feeling, my fingers would slide on the edge. So I couldn't get a really good grip on it. And obviously, I don't know why I didn't get grip tape for the Viper Mini earlier, but I got them and that problem goes away. And it doesn't really make the mouse heavy. People have like a theory in their head that don't use grip tape that it makes it a lot heavier. It feels basically the same without and with the grip tape. So I highly recommend using grip tape for both these mice. This one I don't have a problem. This build quality is actually more of a gritty feeling. I don't know how to explain it, but it fits in your hand a lot easier than the Viper Mini. You won't have any slip problems. Obviously, it's wider. This mouse is very narrow compared to, hold on, I'll just turn it this way. The Razer Viper Mini is very narrow compared to the Viper V2 Pro, but they both fit in your hand the same. This one, if you like to use your palm, like palm grip, or use your palm a lot when you claw grip it, like I do, you will feel like you are kind of pinching the mouse a lot more than this because this is wider. I don't know, my hands are bigger, so that might be the problem for it because I used to use this mouse all the time and I didn't really have any problems until I moved to this and I was like, wow, it fits in my hand a lot better because the size of my hands. It all comes down to preference with what your hand size is. A lot of people with smaller hands, this fits perfectly into their hands. Kind of does for me, not really as much as the V2 Pro, but you know, same thing. When it comes to the buttons on the side are basically the same. I don't feel any difference. They're both really clicky, really no travel time. It is, if you want to hear it, I will move it up to the mic, see if you can hear it. And same thing with the left and right click. The left click on the Viper V2 Pro does feel more clicky. I don't know how to explain it, but it does feel, I don't know, sturdier and better build quality. Same thing with the right click. The right click on both mice are the exact same, so no difference with that. But the left click does feel better on the V2 Pro. Now, when it comes to the scroll wheel, I actually had a lot of problems. Not really problems like QA problems, but I did have some issues with the scroll wheel. Say if I'm scrolling down a page really fast and I want to get to the top or the bottom, if I scroll really fast, it will bounce up and down on the page. And I really didn't like that because I played a lot of PUBG and Super People on the Viper Mini. And when I would, try and loot, if you guys ever play that game, there's a lot of looting and you have to scroll your scroll wheel really fast if you want to, hurry up and get the loot and get out. This, I had a lot of problems. Say if I wanted to get to the bottom to get to the ammo, I would scroll down really fast and it would bounce back up to the top and then, I'd die by the time. This, I have no problem. This scroll wheel is perfect. But they're basically the same. They have the same build quality. It feels the same, but this one is just overall better. Now, when it comes down to the latency between the mice, click latency with the Razer Viper Mini is 2.3 milliseconds when the Viper V2 Pro is 3.4 milliseconds. Obviously, because this mouse is wired and this one isn't. When you plug this mouse in and it becomes wired, it actually goes down to a 2.5 milliseconds when this is a 2.3. So there's really no difference if you have it wired or not. But obviously, if you're using the V2 Pro, you're probably not going to use a wire. But when you do use the wire, the V2 Pro wire is honestly the best wire I've ever used in any mouse. It feels basically wireless. It has this wire on the Viper Mini is really good too, but it's just a different world. Like, you see how this is even with a mouse bungee, it still like kind of coils up. It's kind of rough, it's kind of hard. Obviously, it is power cord type, but it is still like not as well built as the Viper V2 Pro wire. The whole first day when I had it charging, I was using it while it was plugged in, and it feels literally the same when it's wired and not wired. But obviously wireless is better. But if you want the better latency, you can plug it in. If you want to, you will feel no difference. It's the best cord I've ever used. But if you have it, like I said, you're probably not using a wire. Now, when it comes to grip type, let's move it back here so you can see the difference in size. Obviously, for the V2 Pro, I forgot to mention, they took out all of the LEDs. If you care about LEDs, you know, this does have the best LEDs out of all the Vipers, because not the Viper 8K, I have the Viper 8K and the Viper Ultimate. It doesn't have this underlight right here, but it does have the logo. If you want any lights, you know, don't get this mouse, well, yeah, it really doesn't matter. You just want to perform better in game. But when it comes to the grip types, say if you play palm, I do not suggest, even when your hands are smaller, I don't suggest really playing palm on any of these. But if you had to pick one to play palm on, the Viper V2 Pro is a lot better. I actually tried palm on this. It's not too bad, but when I do palm it, there is a little space right here between my pinky and the right side of the mouse, so I don't really suggest it. You can. I have tried this on Battlefield and COD and Overwatch, and it works pretty well. Honestly, there's no real problems. With this, I personally can't do it. My hands, when it comes to my hands, you can see it better in the top left camera. My hands, my palm is really wide. My fingers are not that long, but my palm is like really thick and wide because I work out a lot, obviously. So when I try and palm, you see, as you can see, it just disappears. The mouse disappears. It's too small to palm, honestly. I can't do it. If you don't have biggest hands or biggest palms as I do, you can, but I honestly wouldn't. I don't suggest it. When it comes to claw grip, obviously these mice are, in my opinion, the best claw grip mice out there. I don't really have that many mice, so I don't really have that many opinions, but I have a lot of Logitech and a lot of Razer, and obviously the Final Mouse right here. I love these for palm grip. I mean, I love these for claw grip a lot, and I highly suggest these both work out for claw grip. Even if you, when I first got the Viper Mini, my palm grip, I had the knuckle of my hand on the mouse, not the palm, and just the finger. So it was like a less palm grip version of a claw grip, more fingertip but less claw. Right now I use my palm and then have my fingers on the mouse, but I did use fingertip a lot on this mouse when I played Blood Hunt. I only played fingertip for a while, and bro, you can play fingertip on this mouse so easily. Honestly, if you main fingertip, I would suggest the Viper Mini over the Viper V2 Pro. You can fingertip on this too, but it just works so much better on the Viper Mini. When it comes to fingertip on this mouse, you can do it, like I said, but it is just way better on the Viper Mini. In my opinion, that's just my opinion. And if you want to hear the click noise of the Viper Mini and the click noise of the V2 Pro. And you can probably hear the build quality difference between the V2 Pro and the Viper Mini Click 2. Overall, both mice are really good mice. These are obviously my two mains basically for the last year and a half. I did main the Starlight for a while, but honestly, I'll leave that for a different video. If I had to give someone the recommendation of buying the Viper Mini or the V2 Pro, I would personally say, if you have the money, why not invest in the V2 Pro? I just like it better because it fits in my hand. It's all preference. But $39, the Viper Mini is the best value mouse in the world, in my opinion. Like, if I were to give this mouse a price point, it would be the same price point as the V2 Pro. But since it is $39, might as well just spend the $39 on this rather than spend, I think this is $120 or $130 on Amazon right now. So I highly suggest buying any of these. If you have the money, buy the V2 Pro. If you don't, have the Viper Mini. But it all comes down to preference. If you have smaller hands, this is the best mouse for you. If you have, decently medium to large size hands, this is the most comfortable mouse on the market, hands down. So if you guys liked the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the sub button. If you want to see me do anything that I've yet to do in the past, hit the comment. Let me know. I'm gonna do it. Love you guys. Peace.